So, Professor Joseph, we will start 3:05. Our moderator, Jocelyn, gonna lead the session. Thank you.
Okay, so now it's already 3:05. Let's start. So, hello everyone, good afternoon. Let's start today's global chat session. Ningbo as China's rising business hub. Opportunities in an underrated global city. First, let us welcome our speaker today, Prof. Joseph, and also his colleague, Dr. Veronita and Mr. Simon from University of Nottingham, Ningbo, China. Thank you both for joining us in this global chat session today. I would also like to greet all of the students who have taken an interest in this topic. Before we start, don't forget to turn on your camera and listen to what our speaker will share. Now we will have an opening remark from Mr. Stephen as CAGE representative. Mr. Stephen, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Jesslyn. University of Nottingham, Ningbo, China, UNNC, all the students learn about international trade right where it happens. This university is famous for entrepreneurship and global business, and the graduates often work for top global companies such as Google and PricewaterhouseCoopers. This also connects with the advancement of education in university culture to find partners that will add value to our founder's dream of lifting up education in Indonesia to a higher level. It is a great honor to introduce Professor Joseph and your team today, and we're looking forward to listening to your presentation. Thank you, Professor Joseph. The time is yours. Many thanks.
Thank you, Stephen, for the introduction. So may I share the screen now?
Yes, you can share the screen. And
Okay.
we will begin our presentation session with Ningbo, China.
Sorry, we haven't been using Zooms for a long time, so I'm not sure if it works. Just a minute. Okay, can you see it?
We can see it.
Yes, we can. Thank you.
Okay. Is it moving? Is it? I mean, when I change the slide. Okay, great. That works. All right. Hello, everyone. I mean, it was really an honor to have this opportunity to give a talk to the Ciputra students. So if I understand it correctly, so today most of the audience are UG students, right? Do we have any PG students or? I mean, today's topic is about introducing the city of Ningbo, which is China's rising business hub, which we are trying to see the opportunities in the underrated global city. So just bear in mind that all the data was updated in the October last year. So it's not the most recent data, but it's, I would say, close enough. So some of the data may be slightly different from what we have now. All right, so at the very beginning, so a little bit about myself. So I'm currently a professor in information systems in the business school of University of Nottingham, Ningbo, China. And I'm also the associate dean for the global engagement and partnerships. So basically that I'm looking after the global institutional partners as well as our industrial partners. And also I'm trying to recruit more international students to our university, including the exchange students as well as registered students. So I obtained my bachelor degree on computer science from Fudan University in China, and then I went to Singapore NUS to obtain my PhD degree in information systems. After I graduate, that I joined the University of Nottingham, Ningbo, China in 2010. So it has been 15 or 16 years. So pretty much I know the university quite well. And also I was born and raised in Ningbo, so I'm local and I also know the city very well. At the very beginning, I would say that if I ask any of your students that if I ask you to name one of the city in China, probably the first to come up would be like the Beijing, our capital, Shanghai or Hong Kong or Guangzhou, Shenzhen, etc. But today I'm going to introduce the city, Ningbo, that you probably haven't heard of, but which is a city of culture and a gateway to the world. So basically, as you can see, this is a picture of our city at night. So I'm literally now on the site, which is at the sort of the top right corner of this current picture. So you may ask that, where is the city? So let's start with a little bit of geography. That if you look at the map, so we are, of course, we're in China, but we are in the East China. So as you can see, this white light area is a map of China, and we are in the middle, the East Coast, just in the middle of the East Coast. And as you probably see that there is a like a water mouse or sea mouse in the middle. So we are in the south of the what we call it, the Yangtze Delta area, and the north of it.
Sorry, Joseph, the
is
slide is not
Shanghai.
there
Yes?
yet. The slide.
Sorry, the
We
slides.
are still
Okay.
at the night view of Ningbo. Can you next page?
Is it a delay or I already clicked the next? Yeah, is it a delay or?
On my page is still the number 1 Ningbo with the night view.
Yes, it's still the number 1 slide, Ningbo, a city of culture, a gateway to the world.
Okay, let me see what I can do.
Perhaps you can try to stop and share it again.
Sure, that's exactly. Yeah, can you see that now?
Still loading.
Can you see that now?
Still
Not
loading,
yet.
actually.
Yeah.
I think it's maybe the
Still loading,
connection's a little bit slow.
Yeah. Let me try to turn off my VPN. So probably it's. Can you see? Let me try it again.
Okay.
We see your screen now.
Yeah, you can display this page.
Sorry. Let me just share my entire screen. How about?
Okay.
Then I switch to it. So can you see it right now?
It's still
loading.
Loading a little bit.
Yeah.
We have to be patient. Okay.
Yeah. So probably it means that's why we need more collaboration between China and Indonesia, so that our internet bandwidth maybe could be increased. Yeah.
Exactly. Yes. Good point. Okay, now we can see your
yeah, we can see it.
Yeah. Okay. Thank
So
you.
we can see
Yeah,
the
probably
map.
also because it's a large map. Yeah, it's a large, I would say, picture or large. The file size is a little bit large. And yeah, so as you can see that we are on a coastal city that is in the east coast of China, that we are on the southern point of the Yangtze Delta area. And we are also very close to Shanghai and Hangzhou, which is about 1.5 hour to 2 hours high-speed train to Shanghai and 1 hour to Hangzhou. And interestingly, we are currently building a bridge across the sea to Shanghai. So the project is to be completed by the end of next year. So literally that if you're coming to visit us like in early 2028, that you can take the high-speed train to Shanghai in 1 hour. And Ningbo is the home to the world's largest port. Yes, we are proud of that because for consecutive years, we are ranked #1 in terms of cargo throughput. And we have over 100 domestic airlines and 15 international airlines to enable easy traveling either in or out of China. That we have direct flight to several cities in Japan, to South Korea, and also have a direct flight to Indonesia as well. According to the news, I recently read that we are starting a new direct flight to Indonesia from yesterday, so from the 1st of March. But they are to the Sulawesi, the island of, the other big island, which is close to Philippines. And China now also has implemented a 30-day visa-free policy for citizens of 47 countries and a 24-hour transit visa exemption for all nationalities and extended 144 or 240 hours transit without visa facilities for transportation holders from 55 different countries. If I remember correctly, for Indonesian citizens or Indonesian passport holders, you have 10 days visa-free transit visa to China. So basically, you can visit China within 10 days. And we are also neighboring to EU. Another city is about 2 hours drive from us. That's the world's capital of the small commodities. And so that city is quite famous for doing international trade or international business before small commodities. And if you're studying here, which will offer you the front row access to global supply.
Sorry, we will try to fix. I think there is someone who's speaking.
Sure. Yeah, so for the international trade, so it's interesting that you can find a lot of international restaurants in that city, in the EU city. So you can find the Arabic food, you can find Russian food, you can find even South American food there, restaurants. Right? And economically, we are ranked within the world's top 50 cities. Yes, it's surprisingly strong here that the Ningbo's GDP, so the GDP of our city in 2024 is about 255 billion US dollars, which is ranked 11th in China and 45th in the world. And for comparison, it's almost close to the GDP of the whole Greece and the New Zealand. So we are the high-speed rail production base. We are the humanoid robots innovation center, and we are also the new energy vehicle manufacturing hub that I will give you some examples in the later slides. And culturally, this city also has a very, very long history where the 8,000 years of civilization meets the future. So it will enable you to witness the living history at the origin of Chinese civilization while developing global perspectives amidst inspiring natural landscapes. So that not in the city, but in the area next, in the area that's very close to the city, about I think 30 or 40 kilometers away. So we have discovered the historical sites that is dated back to 3,000 to 4,000 BC. That is where the original people has already living here and doing the agriculture. So that's called the Hemudu area. And the city itself, the Ningbo city, can be dated back to over 2000. It's a city. So 2000 years ago, we already built a city in almost the same location as what we have now. So the city has also very beautiful scenery where the green waterways meets the urban elegance. So as you probably have heard of, that this region, I would say the Yangtze Delta region, is famous for the waterways. So our cities in the ancient times, our cities are filled with waterways. So sometimes we don't use we don't have the roads, but instead we use the boats for the traveling, that connecting the different parts of the city. So it's sort of like the Venice in the Italy, but of course we are in a much smaller scale. And also the nearby areas, we have mountaineering scenes that you can visit the natural scenes. And also this city is famous for the Maitreya Buddha in the Xuedou temple. So as you can see from the picture, that if you're Buddhism or if you're Buddhist, that you probably know this. And this is basically the home of this Buddha. Yeah, the food in this area is also quite interesting, I would say, but probably it's very different from Indonesian food, or from what the Indonesian are most familiar with. That we don't have spicy food, but our food is more of a salty. So as you see that we have our local dim sums, but our dim sums use more glutinous rice. We will see the glutinous rice balls and gluten rice cakes, etc. So next, I'm going to give you more details about our local industry. So what's the Ningbo city is famous for, that especially on its economic strengths and the global connectivity. So as you can see from the background, this picture, if you see, this is an actual picture that we took from the Geely automobile factory. It's one of the Geely factory that's in the Ningbo area. And as I mentioned previously, the Ningbo GDP is ranked around 11th in China and 45th in the world. So you may ask, you may be wondering, so if it has such a big GDP, what are the major industry in the city? So we have identified about 6 pillars of this city. So they include we call it advanced manufacturing, the petrochemicals, the automotive components, the new materials, the smart equipment, and the cross-border e-commerce. So one of the so more or less there are manufacturing related or manufacturing centered. But as you may heard of, that most of so in China, most of the industry are state-owned companies. So China also famous for, you know, the big conglomerates that are state-owned. But in this region, that we have more private enterprises that going global. If you can see this picture, the background picture is actually the oil refinery in Ningbo. That is the largest oil refinery in China as well. And because of this factory, so the oil, the petrochemicals industry are built around it because they provide the resources for the petrochemicals. And Ningbo is not dominated by state-owned giants, but it is driven by private enterprises that similar to many Southeast Asian business ecosystems. And interestingly, that Ningbo is also linked to Indonesia, I would say back to 40 years ago. When China just opened up like 40 years ago, we have the investment from APP, which is the largest paper making industry in the world, also from Indonesia. So interesting that just not far from us, I mean, in the city center, we have an APP building or APP center, we call it. Yeah. But nowadays, we are also investing in Indonesia, or we are exporting to Indonesia quite a lot. For example, the Geely, you probably have heard of these car manufacturing or automobile making companies. I remember that when I was visiting Indonesia last month, I see many Geely cars in the street, and they are they include many different brands, including the Zeekr, the Link, etc. All these are actually by the Geely group, and the Geely group has their headquarters in Ningbo, and their the biggest automobile manufacturing sites are actually in our city. And also we have a less, a well-known company called the Legend Resources. The Legend Resources, they actually invest a lot in Indonesia for nickel ore, and they also do the nickel refinery as well. They are one of the largest company in the nickel resources in the world, which is also a Ningbo-based company. And we also have the Shunyu Precision or the Sangyu Precision, which makes auto parts, and they have already started their business in Indonesia, setting factories making auto parts and also exporting to the whole world. So Ningbo has many private enterprises now going to start their overseas branches in the ASEAN countries, especially in Indonesia. So, as I've explained that the Ningbo's unique position in China, so now let me give you more information about our university. That the University of Nottingham, Ningbo, China, which is part of the bigger University of Nottingham. And the University of Nottingham, you probably heard of, is a UK university that established in 1881. And it's a university that is well known for its research capability and its graduates who excel in internships and employments. And according to many surveys, that Nottingham ranks the top 3 or even sometimes top 1 in terms of the employers' rating. So employers usually speak highly of our graduates. And they also have a long-term partnership with leading global companies, including the Deloitte, Jaguar, Pepsi, Siemens, etc. And Nottingham is really a global university with campuses in UK, Malaysia, and China. And we are the one university brand with shared academic excellence and global reputation. So as you can see that the UK campus was started in 1881, and we started our Malaysia campus in the year of 2000, and the China campus in the year of 2004. So even for the young, we are the youngest one, but we also celebrated our 20 years anniversary. And in the Ningbo campus, we also offer the 100% British education systems together with a China perspective, a China practice to ensure your smooth transition to the global academic excellence. So to be consistent with the UK, all the programs are taught in English, and we are featuring in small class size, research-oriented and discussion-focused seminars, and with a personal tutor systems, which is exactly the same as UK. So the students share the same textbook resources with the UK and share the same e-learning resources with UK. So we are all using the same e-learning environment called Moodle. We are all using the same e-library as well. And also we have world-class staff that in UNC or in our China campus, the academic staff are appointed based on the standards of the University of Nottingham, UK. And with all the faculty members have teaching and research experience at world-class international universities. So currently we have over 1,000 academic staff. Here the staff including the academic and admin staff from 48 different countries. So we are quite, I would say, international. And you are actually if you join us, you are actually learn from the elites, because 1 in 7 UNC academics are globally recognized top 2% scientists and bringing frontier research into our classrooms. So also giving you a more breakdown of our academic stuff, internationalization. So 60% of our academic stuff are international or from Hong Kong, Macau, and Taiwan area, and 98% of our academic staff holds a PhD degree, and 46% of our academic staff are full professors and associate professors. And not only that our teaching staff are quite international, that we also provide you with a global learning network with 160 partner universities worldwide. So this will give you an opportunity to have to exchange or to spend a summer in a different country. So among all these partners, we have 43 from Europe, including universities of Oxford, University of Birmingham, Edinburgh, etc. And 1/3 of them are from Asia, including the NUS, the Hong Kong City University or University of Macau. And we have 16% from America, including the UCLA, UC Berkeley, University of British Columbia, UBC, and Concordia University, McGill, etc. And 7% from Oceania, which is mainly Australia and New Zealand, so including the University of Melbourne, Queensland, Sydney, New South Wales, and Auckland. So more importantly, as I mentioned before, that we are one university running multiple campuses. So we are a unified university. So the students, when they graduate, they get the same degree and certificate. So the graduates from all the 3 campuses will receive exactly the same University of Nottingham degree, which is recognized globally. As you can see from the sample here, this is literally the copy of our degree, that it has no signs of or no indication of that you are from a particular campus, etc. So you will receive the identical degree. And also, we are quite proud of ourselves in that, according to QS ranking, 2026, we are ranked now 97. So we are the top 100 university and well-known universities. So lastly, I'm going to give you some more details about our programs and our campus environment to help you get a better understanding of what we have. So we have been running this China campus for 21 years. So we are able to provide a complete educational pathway from the bachelor degree to master degree to PhD degrees, which is featuring the UK-China integrated programs. So all the disciplines combine the University of Nottingham's academic strengths with China's dynamic context and forward-looking development needs. The university in total have, I would say, five faculty or 5 sections. So we have the CELI, which is provide the foundation year or provide English training for our students, especially for our domestic Chinese students, to enable them to learning in a pure English environment. And we mainly have the Faculty of Science and Engineering, the NUPS China, the Business School, and the Faculty of Humanity and Social Science. And we also have a graduate school that is looking after PhD students. So our program is because we are a UK university, but because we are in China, so we also have to be following the Chinese MOE's criteria. So we have the program for undergraduate program, we have 3 to 4 years. So depending on whether you're following a UK system or a Chinese system. For international students, it's basically only depending on your English level, right? So it's probably that you could have a direct entry to the qualification year, which is a year 1 in UK. And for PG program, also we have 1 or 2 years. So currently, if I remember correctly, almost all our PG programs are 1 year, except for 3 programs. One is the MBA program, which is part-time and which requires 2 years. And one is our professional accounting program, because they require a lot of internships in Chinese accounting firms or auditing firms. So that's also 2 years. And the last one is our computer science program, Master in Computer Science. It's also because that they have to spend 1 year do an intern or practical project for their graduation. So that's also 2 years program. And the rest are all 1 year program. All right, as I understand that Ciputra is mostly, I would say, business oriented. I think from the Faculty of Science and Engineering, there's one program which is quite related to your offered program, that is product design manufacturer. So the product design, I think I noticed some similar programs in Ciputra as well. And in the Faculty of Business, we have like big data management and applications, finance accounting management, fintechs, the international business economics, international business management, and management science. And we also have master programs. We have 10 master programs that are covering all these different areas. And for the business school, we are triple crowned. We are AACSB accredited. We are EQUIS accredited, and we are EMBA accredited. So these three accreditation is quite important for the business schools, and all over the world, only 1% of the business schools have the triple crowns. We also have a lot of programs offered by the Faculty of Humanity and Social Sciences. Some of them probably are also similar to what you are offered in the Siputra, like the economics, the language, international studies, or international communications, which is related to medias. In our China campus, we provide world-class facility and accommodations. So as you can see from these pictures that we show the pictures of our library, computer rooms, self-study area, exhibition area, the canteens, the dormitory. In our dormitory, we have the laundry rooms. For international students, we have dedicated dormitory buildings that have kitchen area so that you are able to cook by yourself. And also, our campus dedicated a lot of resources to sports activities, and all the sports activities are open free to all students. So we deliver a distinctive world-class sports experience which enriches lives and creates memories for a lifetime. So 95% of our sports facilities satisfaction rating from our students, and we have over 70 sports programs open to students and the staff. We have more than 30 range of indoor and outdoor sports facilities, gyms, and studios. And in 2024, we win the first Sino-Foreign University Sports Cup. So as you can see from these pictures, we have like the climbing, the volleyballs, the footballs, the gyms, the cycling, skiing, etc. And more interestingly, that we are currently building new new sports center that is expected to complete by next year. So if you have the chance to either exchange or further study with us, you're going to enjoy those new facilities. And we have students-oriented extracurriculum activities to help the students discover their inner sparks and enhance their teamwork and problem-solving skills. So we have the dancing and singing club, the dancing club, and Chinese Kung Fu, and we even have the house rising classes for the students. So normally that in the, as you can see, the 5HT week, which is a week before the exam. So we will arrange a lot of activities to provide relaxation for the students to ease their nerves in preparing the final exams. So particularly during that week that we will have the on-campus zoo. So we'll rent some animals from the zoo to host it in our campus so that students can go to see these animals and to just relieve themselves. And last but not the least, that art education is a key feature of the UNC education system, which is aimed at nurturing talent through professional art facilities and a rich variety of art courses. So we have a lot of, we have our own art center that running the workshops and the spaces. So these workshops, including the ballet, the piano, drama, pop singing, hand printing, calligraphy, etc. And we have dedicated space on our campus, like the dancing room. You can practice your dancing. We have the piano room that I think we have at least 2 piano rooms that have so students can students can book these rooms for free, and then they can practice their pianos. So if you are practicing piano, you don't have to bring your piano to China. All right, so we have these facilities on campus. So yeah, I'm hoping that this session would give you a better understanding about the city of Ningbo as well as the University of Nottingham in Ningbo, China. And we are currently working closely with the Siputra University, trying to build a strengthened relationship or exchange programs, so that we probably will see some of you in the next year. Also, we are welcoming you to apply our master programs or PhD programs on graduation. So that if you have any further questions, we are all here, and we would be more than happy to answer. All right. So that's my talk, and if you have any questions.
Okay, guys. So now Professor Joseph already finished his presentation, and now we will open the Q&A session. For anyone who have any question regarding Ningbo or maybe the city itself, feel free to ask to Prof. Joseph. You can raise your hand or maybe chat on the meeting group chat.
Jesslyn,
Yes?
Professor, I'd like to just ask a question before you start answering the students' questions. From your presentation, I think the Indonesian market is still very small for you. Am I correct?
What do you mean small?
I mean, how many Indonesian students do you have compared to other countries?
Well, Indonesia is currently the largest market for UNC in China. So,
Okay.
for example, in last year's intake, we have over 200 Indonesian students.
Wow.
Just
Amazing.
one year, we have over one. Yeah. So that's almost 10% of our intakes, annual intakes. Yeah.
Okay, that's very good. So
Yeah.
that will mean that if any of our students want to visit you, they will be able to find Indonesian friends very easily. Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay. Thank you for answering that, Professor. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephen. Yeah.
Maybe while waiting, we can also discuss about how is the environment at Ningbo. Maybe does the staff or the lecturer speak English fluently? Of course, the lecturer will be speaking English fluently, but what about the students maybe, or maybe the other staffs?
Yeah. So yeah, thank you for this question. It's a very good question. Yes. So we are trying to build a international or English only environment. So we are strongly we strongly encourage the students to communicate in English to the staff, particularly to the staff. But among themselves, there's no way we can enforce that. I would say my personal experience is that they are way much better than other Chinese universities. Based on my experience with Indonesian students, they are quite similar. I would say they're quite similar. The English level is quite similar. There are good ones, there are bad ones. There are some, shy students that don't want to talk, but there are always really, really good ones that is willing to communicate with international student or international staff. Because of my role that I got the opportunity to I would say talk to some of the students representatives. So I know that we have some student clubs or some student associations that are dedicated for international students. So, or I would say that are dominated by international students. So, in that students groups, if some of the Chinese students join those groups, they speak English very fluently. But sort of some Chinese students also complain that they have little opportunities to join in those clubs or associations. Yeah, but that's my observation. That sometimes we will recruit student interns for summer schools, for example, and these students can speak really good English.
Okay, thank you for
So
your answer.
I would say a short answer is it varies. It varies. Yes.
Okay. I think someone have direct messaged me a question.
Okay.
Is Ningbo the right city to learn about export and import system?
Yes. Thank you very much for that question. I think I probably has missed that part. And Ningbo is China's largest import and export city. I mean, also Shenzhen is also the major city for import and export. But the difference is that Shenzhen is more focused on electronic and electronics, and Ningbo is more for commercial products, mm, like clothes, cosmetics, the small gadgets, etc. And also the car, like for example, the the auto parts, and the petrochemicals, etc. Yeah. And as well, I mentioned the EU city, which is also for small commodities, and you definitely need to. I would say it's better probably. First, we could have some summer schools or summer program, short-term summer program. The students may spend 1 week or 2 weeks exploring the city, see if, and I bet you will find that it's quite interesting. And also, we are now because of the cross-border e-commerce, we are also the center for the cross-border e-commerce. Yeah. And based on my experience, now there are so many companies in Ningbo are going to Indonesia, and they are all looking for hiring Indonesian students or graduates who can speak Chinese, and who can have basic communication in Chinese, and who also knows Indonesia well. Yeah. So there's huge opportunities here. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very huge opportunity for our students. Yes.
Yeah. Indeed.
And also we have a question from our YouTube live. If I remember correctly, I saw about a robot in your presentation.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so basically the student is asking what can the robot do? Maybe can it do a breakdance or maybe something else?
Oh, nowadays in China, the robots do more than just dancing. Some of the robots has already been used in factories for let me give you an example that you I'm not sure if you've heard of Yushu, the
Is it
Unitree robots,
sorry?
the Unitree robots. They call it
Unitary
the
robots.
Unitree.
Maybe you
Yeah,
can
which
explain
is
a bit about it.
okay. Okay. That's a startup. It's probably 10 years, and they make the robots that can dance, that can do the martial arts, and uh, they were a very high profile company that in China, and they're normally considered one of the top companies that in China. And because of the founder was from Ningbo city, and so he's now setting up a new factory or the new business in Ningbo area, which is supposed to complete probably or start this year. Yeah, Dr. Fernanda has shared the websites in the chat box. Yeah, so probably you can visit their sites. And we have connected to this company before they get so popular. So we even purchased their robot dogs for our Ingenuity lab, for our robots lab before. So we every year we have run this competition for students to do the programming for the robot dogs to see how they can leverage or how they can make use of the robot dogs. Just as you mentioned, what can these robots do? They can do different things, but it also depending on what you want them to be able to do. All right. For example, I remember last year one of our students group project is use robot dogs to sort different trash. So basically, the robot dogs go wander around our campus, and because they have the camera, so they see the trash, and then they can recognize or classify whether it's recyclable or not, and then they can separate into different trash bins. Yeah, so that's one of our students' project.
I see. That's quite
And
convenient.
yeah,
You can continue.
Yeah, and for that's a robot dog. They also have the humanoid robots. For the humanoid robots, now they can basically because they're developing so fast. I would say 2 years ago, they can only do the clumsy dancing, but now at least in the New Year Eve's ceremony, we see that they can already do the martial arts and. So yeah, the technology is developing so fast, and it's even a little bit creepy, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually have heard someone saying that maybe a few years in this era is equivalent of few many decades back then because everything is moving so fast.
Yeah, indeed. That's why I would say that the students should, go out, have more international mindset, and not just that you want to visit China, but you should visit different places, see how the world is developing or where the world is going. Right? Yeah, trying to have more experience.
Yeah. Okay, so is there maybe any other questions? If not, okay, maybe we will wait for like 2 or maybe 3 minutes from now. If there is
No
no
problem,
other question, then maybe we can proceed to the photo session, and after that we close this session.
Sure, thanks.
Yes.
So may I ask that did you have already started your semester? Is it a week 3?
We have already started our semester. This is the event semester. It's starting from it already started like 15 days from now.
2 weeks, you mean?
Yes, 2 weeks.
So this is the week 3.
Yeah.
Week 3. How many teaching weeks do you have?
Many weeks? Maybe, I think it's around
Teaching
12 weeks.
12 weeks. Oh, that's quite similar to us, yeah. So we also have 12 teaching weeks, and then 2 or 3 exam weeks. Normally two exam weeks plus a weekend, yeah.
I see. Yeah, that's also quite similar with ours.
Yeah.
Is there Stephen? Maybe do you want to say something?
Yeah, actually, I was just wondering, I think when you're doing the recruiting in Indonesia, probably most of your students are coming from high school, so they will go direct to yours. Okay, then.
But we also have our PG students.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. From different universities. Yeah.
Right. We also have Chiputa schools as well. Some of those students go directly to China or other universities. Yeah. So there is a small market there maybe that could be opened up. I think I had to just leave the meeting for about 10 minutes.
Okay.
So I guess my final question would be, how could we best cooperate together, knowing that the high standards that you have, especially for business, you've got all the top accreditation. And then what would be the way do you think we could cooperate the easiest way? Obviously, we're looking to do something simple in the beginning because there's no point. No point doing complicated things.
Yeah, I think we can easily start with because I already proposed during our last visit. I already proposed to our international office, or we call it the Global Engagement Office, to have a partnership agreement with you, like exchange of learning, some sort of learning agreement or exchange of MO. I think it's called MOE or learning agreement, so that we could start with, for example, 1 or 2 exchange students at the very beginning. So normally I would suggest that we could have like exchange plus fee paying. We call it study abroad. Yeah. So we will have quota on exchange, but have no quota on fee paying students. And also we could start, we could work on the PG recruitment. That would be relatively easy. So yeah, just let your students know our criteria, and our application system, I think, started every November. The deadline would be June, so we have a quite a long period of time for application. And if necessary, or if you think necessary, that I could do another online session to have detailed explanation of our PG programs, and I can invite our PG director to do that as well. Yeah.
Yeah, so one of the things about Global Chat is just to give you the opportunity to present to all of the students in the Global Chat at that time. And then if you have something really specific, we would bring in students that are only interested, let's say in PG, for example. And then collaboration, global engagement will follow up with the students to see how interested they are and if there is any issues, whatever they might be. So Global Chat's a great way to start to introduce what you're doing directly to the students. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, I think we don't have any other questions, so maybe we can close the Q&A session and go to the next session, the photo session. And before that, for students, after the session ended, please stay at the Zoom because we will have a notification about a survey. Okay, so now maybe we can open all of your camera and we will take a photo of all of you guys. Okay, open your camera, everyone. I still see a lot of people who haven't opened their camera. Okay. Keisha, are you here? Okay, wait a minute. I will call one who will. Oh, okay. Let's.
Okay, everyone, I will start taking the pictures starting from page 1. 1, 2, 3. Okay, next page. 1, 2, 3. Next page. 1, 2, 3. Last page. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Okay. So now that we have the photo together, that concludes our session today. Thank you, Professor Joseph, Dr.
Thank you. Thank you so
Fernita.
much.
Yeah. And also Mr. Simon for being with us today. Also, thank you for all of the participants for your enthusiasm. For the representative from Ningbo University, you guys can leave the Zoom. For the students, please stay because we will have a further notification after this.
Okay, thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, for the students, we have opened the survey at GIS, or you can call it JADX. So you guys can go open your JIS and fill the survey for your attendance. The survey will be valid for until 4:30 today. Thank you.